Okay, so the kids went to bed. um, so I got this all finished up. It's all cleaned off now. See the old seals off of it. It's time for a new one. Still gotta spray it out, but yeah. This is sprayed out. This is ready to go. Gotta do a quick wipe down of the sides right here. Make sure there's no more anything on it. Yeah, it's not too bad, but I mean there is some oil because I drained it and got some of the stuff out of it. But yeah, it's I think it'll seal. So let me get this thing cleaned up and put it back together, put a seal on it, and I'll show you guys how to do that. All right, sorry, it's a different angle. My phone died, so I had to plug it in. Okay, so I gotta clean this thing out now. That we did all that. We scraped the gasket off, or I did. You guys watched. My son didn't clean up his mess. Of course not. Okay. Stuff out. And it's cleaned up. Sweet. So I'm gonna grab a rag, or a towel, I should say, and go through, wipe the edges off, any kind of debris out of the way so I can seal this. Any kind of job that you're doing like this to seal it up, you want to put you a bead on it and let it sit and get tacked up. I think it's about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and then set it down onto the project that you're working on. So that's clean, that's done, that's ready to go. I gotta clean this one off now. Go around it. Make sure you don't have any oil, any dirt. Make sure it's all ready to go to get resealed and ready, you know, to get oil back in it eventually. That's ready. Okay, and take your gear, make sure there's nothing on it. Smells like WD-40. Okay, so you're gonna stick your gear back into here. So there's that. Take your WD-40 and spray in here again because you wiped everything clean and sprayed it with brake clean. So you want to get everything that needs oil. The shaft here. Okay. So there's that. And go around one more time just in case you sprayed. I didn't spray nothing. I don't see anything on here. Okay. So now that that's done, let's clean up a little bit. Move everything over. Move your engine over. Get it out of the way. This can go somewhere else. this will have to get washed, so I'm gonna throw it over there. But we can clean everything up now. So I'll just move all your stuff. I'm done with my scrapers. Where's the light with smoke? Don't smoke. It's bad for you. Wish I never started smoking. I will say that. Let's see. That was... garbage. Okay. Alright, so this is a Brillo pad, or not a Brillo pad, Scotch-Brite pad. It's on a drill. You can go around your ceiling surface where, you know, where the gasket or whatever goes. This will clean it up. The only problem with these is, see how it's falling apart? Make sure it doesn't get inside of there. Clean it up. Okay. Wait, I'm gonna need this to put that engine back together. Stick that down here. Alright, so now that I got that far, grab a rag again, clean off this. Alright. New working surface. Well, cleaner than the one that was there. So I'm going to put that down. I have a light set up to where I can move it wherever I need it to go. There we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your grease, preferably with this stuff right here. Hang on, I gotta take it out. So this stuff makes a gasket in a minute. It's oil, coolant, and ATF resistant. It makes 15 to 20 gaskets in this tube. I've had this for quite a while, actually. Let's see here. I don't know when I bought it. I thought I had a date on here. I guess not. Yeah, must not have one. Anyway, 2015. So I've had it for a long time. I've had it for, let's see, 15. I've had it for 8 years. Wow, it's lasted a pretty long time, actually. That's cool. All right, I need So these things it'll leave silicone inside. Just clean that stuff out. Probably should have done this before I pressed record again, but oh well. Oh, what the heck? Come out. The hell's going on here? Get out of there. I don't need you in there. Come on. Oh, great. This is stuck. Come on, man, get out of there. There's some of it. Oh, that was all of it. Awesome. Okay. So now that I got that out, you're gonna stick this. Well, I'm gonna stick this onto here. And what you do is you just hold her. There's some stuck in there too. Yes. Gosh. Is it gonna work now? No. Oh, shoot. I might have just screwed myself. Oh, well. Get off of there. Shit. Damn it. Oh, freaking sweet. Okay. This will work. Yeah, it sucks. I kind of wanted this stuff. I'll have to go buy another one tomorrow. Yeah, because this stuff works really good. Yeah, I'll just have to buy another one. Okay, so since that decided to take a shit on what I was working on, fuck. What a pain in the butt, man. Everything just falls down all the time. Sorry, guys. Okay. This, I don't like using this tube stuff, but I'm going to have to because I don't have anything else to use right now at the moment anyways. I need to get this thing finished up. I got other projects I gotta do. Okay, so this comes with this little tube thing. Make sure this is actually big enough. I'm gonna cut that a little bit more. You want to give yourself like a 45 on here, 45-degree angle. So like that, and a hole about like that. It'll give you a nice little bead going across that. And all you're gonna do is you do it on the case. On the case, this piece. You could do it on both, but it's easier. Just do it on one. Make sure you get enough on there. And I'll set you guys up right there. You guys can kind of see. So, and you just go around, get you a nice little bead. Make sure you get it all sealed up. So you're just going to go like that all the way around the whole thing. Try to get the stuff on you. It's hard, I know. Trust me. I always somehow get some on me, even though I try not to. And you're just going to go around everything that's here. Make sure you got enough. And then on the outside where the bolts and there's little dowel pins and stuff, we'll do that after we get our bead going across this. Man, it's starting to hurt. This is one of the reasons why that tube works so well. Is because you're not having to squeeze this. You just hold that little trigger and just go around. It's real nice. I like using it. That's why I was kind of bummed out that it didn't work. But this works too. It just takes a little bit longer. And you got to have more patience because it likes to get plugged up sometimes. But it works. It works good. It'll do the job and do the trick that you need. So there's that. There you go. There's a bead all the way around the whole thing. Now, around the outsides, on the edges, you can do it again, but you're just going to do it around the turns. That's it. So go around on the outsides now where the bolts and stuff go. You don't have to, but it's a good idea to do it just to make sure it's sealed up. I do it because I want to make sure it's going to seal and do what it's supposed to. Okay. Dowel pins. Anything that you think will come in contact with oil, and you want, well, not in contact, where you think oil will leak out of, that's where you want it. All right. That's done. If you wanted to, you don't have to, but if you wanted to, you can do it on the casing too. I don't think I'm going to need to. I think this will be fine. And then what you could do is you could leave it like this, or you can go around and make sure it's good like this, all around the whole thing. Get you a nice seal going on over this whole piece. Just keep going down the thing. Like that. Now it's sealed. That ain't gonna leak. If it leaks, it's because of the silicone, and I hope this stuff works. I normally don't like using orange. The Right Stuff gasket sealer is my favorite. This stuff's messy too, man. Very messy. Ooh. Okay. Now, yes. Okay, now, you're gonna take it, you're gonna try and get it to sit back in its hole. Make sure everything's lined back up. There. Come on. Let's see how that's. There it is. It's all sealed, siliconed, all the way around the whole thing. It's got a nice seal on it now. So that's sealed up, and then what we'll do is take your bolts from the case, which are these, stick them back in. Better to do it now while there's silicone in here, and seal it. Put the bolts back in just to get it all nice and sealed back up and tight. Wait. The reason to do it when the silicone's still wet is on the bolt holes, you'll grab some of the silicone going down and it'll go into the seal, and then when you thread it down, it'll seal that hole off too, which is something that is a good idea. If you have a gasket, it's even better, but I don't have one, as you could tell. I had to make my own, but that's fine. All right, where'd my drill go? Oh, now we're going to snug it down. Oh. All right. Oh. My soda. So on these, put this thing at like 4, so you don't over torque stuff and break it. Or 3. I'm going to do 3. Crisscross it. So I did this one here at that end. So I'm going to go to this one. No, I just did that one. Boom, boom. Go to this one. And now I'm going to go to this one. Actually, this one. And then you can grab your ratchet. Don't go crazy. Holy mackerel. Okay. There we go. Ah. No, not on my hands. It'd be a better idea to sit this thing down. There we go. Ah, shit. See, I went fucking too hard. That's probably gonna leak. So don't fucking over torque them. Shit. I think I just fucked up. Sorry about the cussing, guys. That's gonna really suck if I did over torque that, which I think I did. I think I just messed that up royally bad. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's fine. Okay, so after you're done, after you're done doing that, go around it, clean it, get the silicone off of the casing. I'm gonna grab a shop towel, and clean the surfaces up. Try to get it sealed back up. Make her look, or not sealed, but cleaned off. Like I said in my other videos, I like to have my jobs, no matter what I'm doing, plumbing or what, I like it to look good. So, I'm gonna wait for it to dry. Okay, so I'll be back when it's done drying, and then we'll finish putting it back together. See you tomorrow. Okay, so we got the case sealed. We did this last night. It's the next day. It is, I want to say it's like 9 o'clock at night. I got off work about an hour and a half ago. Had some dinner. Hung out with the kids for a little bit. Hung out with the wife. Yeah, so one thing I did off camera is I polished up the valve cover that's on the engine. I made it kind of shiny a little bit. If you guys are interested to see how I cleaned it up and how I did it, let me know. Let me know in the comments. So this is what it looks like. It was pretty bad before, so now it's nice and shiny. Probably looks better than anything on the motor. I cleaned up this. This was pretty badly rotted out or rusted away, so I cleaned all the rust off of that. Yeah, and then I painted the bracket for the stay. That's for gosh, wow, the governor. That took me a long time to remember that. That's all right. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put it back together. Is it still wet? Shouldn't be. No. All right, so yeah, we're going to put everything back together now. So yesterday or last night when I was doing this, I noticed that the valve springs, or not the valve springs, the valve stems inside of here, they fell down, and they shouldn't have. Or not fell down. I was able to push them all the way up, and it shouldn't have done that. So when I took this off, everything was screwed up. So, yeah. I was like, oh crap, I don't know how to fix that, but it was pretty easy. In fact, I'm going to show you guys what I had to do to fix it, just in case you mess up and be like, oh crap, how do I fix that, don't be alarmed. It's pretty easy to fix. I figured it out within a minute, so it wasn't too bad. Ouch. Anyways, let me get these bolts out real quick. Yeah. So when I took this off, I fixed the valve spring and I put the valve stems back in their rocker where they're supposed to go. And everything works fine now. So that's what that looks like. Nice and clean and slick now. It wasn't slick like that before. Oh yeah. All right, stick that off to the side somewhere where it won't get dirty. There. Okay, so here's the valves right here. See the rods? That's the stems for the valves. They're all connected. On a bigger motor in a car, they won't be. They'll just be push rods. If something happens, like timing belt breaks or something like that in a car, those will bend. These probably will too, but I haven't seen it yet. All right, so what had happened is when I was working on the engine, these shifted and these moved to the side, so my rods were, I could pull them out, like this. I can't go them all the way out, but I was able to pull them out pretty far. All I did is I pushed them back, rotated the engine until I had the valve stem at the bottom stroke. So see how this one is down right there? That's down, all the way down right there. So all I did is I pushed this front on the valve spring itself down, and then I was able to move it like that. So now I'm going to put it back on. All you do is the same thing. You just push her over somehow. Oh, come on. Sometimes you won't be able to do it with one hand, or probably facing towards you guys at all. Yeah, so I probably should. I'm gonna see if I can do it with it still facing you guys, because I don't want to mess it up. There we go. Okay, so all you're gonna do is you're just gonna push right here. Have enough room to where you can spin it kind of onto it where it'll stay there. And then you just turn it, line it up, and then the rod on the bottom, see how it's sticking out a little bit right there? You're gonna push that way. Push it, pops back in, and then double check, make sure it's still good. And you'll see here, there it goes. So everything there is fine, it's working, it's good. Awesome. So let's put the valve cover back on and be good and done there. So there's that. So yeah, I didn't see that last night. I was wondering why those were able to push all the way up, because they were about a quarter of an inch from all the way pushed in, and they would stop. Well, when I was all done with everything, it went all the way in, and it wasn't supposed to. That's when I said, uh-oh, what's going on? But it's okay. I figured it out. So we got that in, got that one in, and one more. Tighten these up. Okay, so with these, don't over torque it. This is a cast head. Everything here is like cast aluminum, or I think it's aluminum. If you overdo it, you can crack it. So with these valve covers, you don't have to go too hard. That's good. Oh, crap. Good. 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 Okay, that's good now. Give me 1 minute, folks. Okay. So now we're gonna go reverse of what we did before. We're gonna put everything back together now. I'm gonna put this back on. Remember, this is the
It's Captain today, and this is my call. No strip, not yet. Yes, Captain. Keep cutting.
Oh my gosh, my brain's not working today.
Need another breathing treatment. We got some minor lacerations.
The governor.
Hey, is your head okay? Any dizziness?
So this governs everything.
Sorry to ship this to my friend. Got my text. He's at work right now, but he lives down the hall from me. Or lives.
So there's that.
She means, I don't know his last name, but that's her boyfriend.
Not boyfriend, more like a friend who lives close.
Put the bolt back on. You guys didn't see me take this off, so
Any luck fighting for Lorraine?
you guys don't have to worry about that.
Checking me out much.
So all that does is you're spinning. This will govern,
Out of this building.
keep it from revving up or going too hard. So this will move when you are running. See how it's moving right there? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Yeah, you saw that. It moved. So yeah, that's that. That's what that does. It's just to save the engine in case you over rev it, or it keeps it from going too high of a rev. As I'm going, I'm kind of cleaning the engine up and painting parts that are pretty messed up. This thing was pretty scuffed up real bad, and it had some pits in it, so I applied some Sanimal primer on it, sanded it, got it smooth, and then sprayed some regular primer over the top of that, sanded that, and then sprayed some red. Whatever color you guys want to do, if you want to do that, that's fine. I like red, red and black is, I'm going to make this engine red and black. That's my plan anyways. Okay, so now that we got that all figured out, I replaced the seal today. I put a new seal on it. These are pretty easy. You just pull it up and get something underneath there to pop the O-ring off, and then just slide a new one on, and it should be good. I'm going to put her back in for now. The dipstick threads on here are pretty screwed up. I think I'm going to have to replace the dipstick itself, but for now it should be okay. Okay, so now that we got that on, let's put this stuff on. Oh, shit. So, this goes here. Oh, yeah. This goes here. This piece, when you put it on, it cannot touch this wheel. Right now it is touching. See it moving? It is magnetic. That is your magnoid, your magneto. That makes it run. Shoot. Kind of hoping that I didn't have to try and force that thing on there. Give me a second, folks. I gotta get this thing threaded in first. In order to put this thing back in, when you get it threaded down, don't tighten it up, not yet. Oh man. You're gonna need to, oh nice, I just scratched that. You're gonna need to damn it. You're gonna need to stick something in there to tighten everything up, and make sure it doesn't touch when you're done. 8 millimeters, I got one, yes I do. My preference to do that for myself is feeler gauges. I I have feeler gauges. I gotta look it up and see what the gap is for it, but yours may be different from mine. The way the setup is should be somewhat the same though. Yeah, you don't want it to touch. You want it to be away from it just a little bit. Usually preference for stuff like that, it's going to be, you know, a business card. That would probably be perfectly fine. Yeah, but just depends. Not all of them are the same. Some of them are different. Oh, that sucks. I got to do it with this the whole way down. Shouldn't have taken it off. Oh well. That's alright. Wanted to show you guys anyways, so yeah, as soon as I get this thing tightened down, I'll be back. Okay, now that we got that back on, the next step is to make sure it gets spark and all that. If it doesn't, then you got to check the gap and make sure that it's correct. I don't know what it is, so we'd have to check it out online and see, and then yours might be different as well. You'll have to check that out. Anyways, this is all set. In order for mine to have spark, though, I have a kill switch and some other stuff in the relay. You need to hook it up. Mine is hooked up like this, so I have to have my toggle switch, which is here. And then I have my sensor. And I have my stuff here. And then this is my ground wire, which goes up here. And then you got the yellow, which is signal, which goes over here. Anyways, let's see if she gets spark. I think it will. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments if you think it gets spark first try. Check her out.
So I tracked down the number and called. I hope I wasn't overstepping. If you're my family, I want to know.
Did he ask for me?
It's got spark. I don't know if you guys can see it though. Can't see nothing. Let's see.
Got about 20 tubes of paint stuff in this.
So I'll set you guys right there.
Did you do that?
Focus.
I recognize him from my patrol. He lives on the street.
No.
Got spark. Awesome. Okay, so now that that's on and working, I'm gonna turn the lights back on so we can see.
Well, that can happen.
All right. So now I'm gonna unplug this stuff, set it off to the side. So we know the gaps are right, everything's good there. I'm gonna go ahead and torque this all down. Okay. Okay. Guess I already did it. So what happens when you can't go back to it right away? You forget. Alright, so time to put the cover back on. I did not paint the cover. It's in good shape, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. The only thing that's kind of messed up a little bit on here is this, which I can take this off later. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, that won't be that bad. I can clean it up. Okay, so I'm gonna put the cover back on. Cover goes like this on mine. Anyways, might not be yours. Come on, buddy. Well, come on, no. There we go. Thank you. So there's that. There's the cover on. Now we're gonna put the bolts back in. These are right here. 3, 4.
Really? Yeah. That's not like you. Anything you want to talk about there?
What's this?
Just had to take off for a bit during shift.
What the hell?
Anything you want to talk about there? Are you asking my
Oh,
friend or my boss?
duh. I know what that one's for.
Asking.
Okay.
Nothing to talk about.
So that's for the spring here. I'm going to kind of wipe this down a little bit. Not going to be precise with it. I just don't want to put it on there all nasty looking. Like I said, I like my stuff clean. Somewhat of the, the best that I can get it.
Hey guys, you've been here before.
Not always perfect, but
That's where the kitchen is. Any sign of the sister?
No sign. Stewie, they'll probably sound asleep when the fire broke out.
I have no idea.
Between the smoke
Okay.
and the carbon monoxide, they may be unconscious.
that's better. Not perfect, but okay, she'll work. If your bolts are rusted out in any way, have rust on the threads, try to clean them off with wire wheel, wire brush. I have this. Mine don't have none on them. I was using that to clean the some of the parts. Anyways, so when you get that on, start putting your bolts back in. Come on, get in there.
Not gonna get anyone out of here until we put this fire out.
Alright, well, she doesn't want to go in. There it goes. Dude, the heck? Almost had a bug go in my nose. Don't smoke. Alright. Put those bolts at the bottom. They're kind of rusty. Deborah! Wait a minute here. There we go. So these ones put down here. Out of sight, out of mind. Pretend that we didn't see the rust on here. They're fine. They're just a cover. Shouldn't fall off. I hope. Alright. Starting to look like an engine again. Finally. Alright, so bottom bolts. Once you get those ones on, you get that top one on, do the two bottom ones to get your plate where it ain't gonna move, or the cover. So go ahead and put that on. Okay, there's that. And one more over here. And there's that one. And it looks like I'm gonna have to loosen it up because the other bolt up top doesn't fucking line up no more. Jeez. So now, I got the cover on. It's lined up where it needs to be for now. I'm going to put this piece back on. It goes up here. can be the two short ones. They look like this. They're 8mm as well. Just get those ones in there. Start threading them in. Okay, there's one. All right, now mine has the relay that goes there. I think that's a relay. Might not be. Might be a resistor or something. I'm not 100% sure what this is. Yeah. So same concept. Wipe it clean. Try to make it somewhat decent looking, instead of having everything all dusty looking and nasty. Just throw that on the ground because I don't need it. Alright, so now we'll put this on. This is yellow signal wire. This goes on to the other hole that holds this plate on. Put that back on. There's that. Alright. So yellow is going to go for the spark. Oh. This yellow. So that goes over to the spark over here. Okay. And this one. This is going to go on the other side of the bracket. Or the bracket goes on to the other bolt that holds the cover on. Right here. So I'll put that in. Last bolt. Hopefully I can get this done in time to put some oil in it, see if that seal worked or not. Okay. It's always a good idea to pay attention to what these wires do and all that. Because I'm going to do this for like a go-kart type of a system, I'm going to need to know where this stuff needs to go. So I'll take these wires and make them longer and bring the toggle switch up onto the go-kart. And then this one doesn't have an electric start. The case outside does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the case apart, take the guts from this one and stick it in the other one. But this one had a bad oil leak. Still works. I'm not 100% sure if that starter, switching cases will work. So I just wanted to make sure. So it's just this part right here that changes, I think. But I'll see when I get to it. If it's something that I can do, I'll record it and show you guys, how to put a starter on one of these. That'd be pretty easy. Just hit the key. Pretty cool. Instead of sitting there yanking on the damn pull rope. It's a pain in the ass. I don't like doing that, but okay. So, one thing left. Well, a couple things. I gotta put the carburetor stuff back on, but now we gotta put the ground wire on. This goes up here. It's pretty much right above the that relay or resistor or whatever the heck that thing is.
I won an Olympic gold.
Forgot. It's a tan.
And the day I won, it was the first time that Mason OD'd. And no one even knew.
Right.
He was home alone and I was abroad with my parents.
Perfect. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it underneath here.
I feel like it's all my fault.
Let's see. Spin it around a little bit and see if I can get it to stay down. Actually, I don't think it will. Might have to put a zip tie somewhere to hold it. That's okay. Anyways. Okay. All that's good. I can go around to on the rest of the cover. Can't remember if I tightened it up the rest of the way or not. So let's do that. I did not. So we'll go around, tighten up the rest of the bolts on the cover. Always make sure you leave the bolts, if you're doing a lot of bolts on one piece, don't tighten them all down. You know, don't do one and tighten it down. Put them all in, get them all lined up, just to make sure they're going to go in there easy, and then you can tighten it down. Okay, so let's put the spark plug back in. Up top. This one, I'm going to throw some Never Sees on there. Actually, I think I got some in here. No, I don't. Where is it at? Oh. Behind the other one, I didn't check. So you don't need a lot. This is Never Sees or Anti-Seize lubricant. This particular one came from Napa. This brand, Permatex makes it. It works pretty good. It resists temperatures up to 1600 degrees Fahrenheit. And it'll hold up, you know, for high performance stuff. It's to keep it from sealing up, you know, or not sealing up, but getting locked in so you can't get it off. Anyways, so let's put it on the spark plug. Like I said, you don't need a lot, just a little tiny bit. So literally, you know, it's, I was gonna say, where's the dang thing?
Hey, I was just down the hall, Gary Schwab.
You don't need much, just a little dab. You don't need to smear it all the way around it either.
Yeah, I know why you're ready here.
And then we'll put her back in.
No, Edith, I understand your hesitation, and I know that you think that you need to spare your grandson. I do. Spare me from what?
That's
They were all in the strawberry, so I bought green flavors.
And then you're going to tighten that down
Can we pick up in here?
once you get it to where it stops.
There's a liquor in me.
Torqued. Good.
Hi, I'm Grant. Travis. Hi. Hey. Hello. So,
What the heck?
I think
There we go. I'm gonna replace the spark plug, but for right now it's fine. It works. Everything's fine there and is good. But yeah, I like to replace
Single spark to restart a fire.
stuff if I haven't done it in a while. All right, so spark plug's back on. There you go. So now we're gonna do the carburetor.
Sadly, reignition usually starts at the most important.
People out in my yard burning out, dude.
It catches, it takes.
Rude. That's fine. Okay, so you're gonna throw the gasket on first.
careful.
So you're gonna put the gasket.
Because the fire has been here before. And after that,
Spacer.
this day, might be weird. The fire knows what it's doing. You saying that and I feel
Spacer. Or, not spacer. Gasket. Sorry.
the fire knows it's ready.
I'm getting a little tired. Time for bed. So we got gasket, spacer, gasket. Carburetor. Carburetor goes on next. Slide that on. Okay.
It's already taking the path of least resistance.
Don't forget, you need to put that spring back on. This one.
And I still do. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
so start. Why?
Because I don't want more, Jack. I don't. Not yet. Not with you, not with anyone. I mean, maybe ever. And you think about the home you'll build with someone someday. You imagine it. I have my home.
Okay,
I found it already here.
so you're going to put your spring back on.
At this station, I don't want something separate. This is the home I know.
Spring's on for that now.
For more. We were so good this morning. What changed?
So sisters. See how one couldn't live without the other. All I could think was,
Sweet.
I feel that.
That's good.
Brain, but she didn't feel that way for me.
All right, now
Of course I care, Jack. God,
you're going
know I do it.
to put your case back on.
I'm not being true to myself.
Why can't we slide? It's a
But
bubble.
that's who we are. We met in a bubble. We fell.
That'll work.
That way.
All right.
Work great.
This, I don't know if this case is the right one that was on there, because this thing is missing a few parts, but it was running with it on. I may have to look it up to make sure it was the right one, just to be positive.
The fire's hotter this time.
But it should be fine, I think.
Bigger, stronger.
It does have a bit of a crack on the front where the filter goes.
So much more dangerous.
We'll see. Okay. So you got a tube that's going to go in here. That goes in this hole up top in the corner. That goes into the valve cover. I don't know why they do that, but they do. They're going to shove it into the valve cover. As far as you can get it to go. Okay, that's as far as I can get it. So, then you're going to put it on to the carburetor. Oh, come on, get on there. Oh, no. Jeez. Okay.
Dad, what are you doing here?
Working reception.
Why?
If people find out, then Dad will find out.
Seth died.
I wanted to.
So there's that.
My race, not yours. It's about you.
I recognize him from my patrols.
Don't forget to put these on. Actually, you know what? I probably should have put that on before I put that piece in. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Have you ever grabbed a doorknob or gone to push an elevator button and you get shocked? Hey, hun. It's usually just a little zap. Nothing big. Nothing to worry about.
I stopped by between meetings to surprise you when you're not here.
Well, I had cabin fever. Just sitting around growing human life all day. Plus, all the power outages are driving me nuts.
Be careful, please. No freeways.
I can still race Vin Diesel for pink slips, right?
No, can't risk losing the minivan.
You know, technically, I'm not on bed rest. The doctor just said take
Okay.
And take it easy.
Electrical
So there's that one.
Great.
That was the bar that goes in. And this is the return spring.
But they're there. They're always there.
Those are both in now. Which kind of weird. It rubs on the
That's what happens when you stop carrying a scalpel. You start carrying a 50-pound hose pack up 10 flights of stairs by myself in the dark.
Okay, don't try to press me.
Okay. So that's how that sits.
Hours it takes to resect a malignant
That's how it goes on the carburetor. And it goes over to the bar. Don't forget that spring.
Kick down a door.
So that goes like this when it's on.
with only 2 mouths.
I pulled 4 victims out of an accident.
I pulled 4 clots out of my femoral artery.
I stepped off the roof of the building. Maybe a full 10 seconds. Before the whole van
I really love what you're doing, but maybe
Okay.
not talk so much about the
Now let's put the bolts back in.
job. So even if you feel good and you feel safe,
maybe let's just stop talking.
you never know, do you? If today's the day, you might wind up with a shock to your system.
What are you doing here so early? What are you doing here?
Bad news, your incident report was accidentally destroyed. So I sort of kind of have to do another walkthrough of the place. So, how have you been? Everything.
You know, moving forward, moving on.
Moving on.
Okay.
You mean,
So there she is, all back together.
Come over here and ask me out.
no?
Oh, so you don't ask me.
Kind of cleaned up a little bit better. You know, it's not as dirty as it was. Everything works now,
This could be construed as extremely unprofessional. You might have to convince me.
as you can tell.
Okay, let's be clear.
Over Thai food. Tonight. And a bottle of red wine.
Everything's fine. Engine's got compression. I need to put some oil in it now, so let's hope it's sealed. We'll find out here in a minute, right?
Early to talk.
No, he's mad. He goes
Okay.
not like you.
You're the one who ended things.
Should only be
When you're the one who called things a waste of time.
I believe it's
You're both adults, so you can technically do what you want. But it disturbs me.
0.6 quarts, so it's going to be, half of a quart.
What it would mean, not just
At least that's what the lawnmower was. This is probably not as much,
you're trying to leave the station. This team puts their trust in you, allowing you to leave.
but
You
we'll
don't
find out
deserve
here
their
in a
trust
minute.
if you can't be honest with them. You need to come clean with them about your whatever it is immediately. Sure.
Okay.
Or I will do it for you.
Dad, it's not happening anymore. You walked in on us deciding to call it off,
So
so
what? You want to pretend there was nothing going on? You're the two who are fighting to captain this place. What do you think? Is that how you want to leave the station, on a lie?
Put your oil in, go slow. Take your time.
oh, I didn't realize you were even there. I figured I'd jump on the raid.
Just
stay on
checking.
station for a while, but I can switch with traffic.
Make sure it doesn't have oil
Yeah,
leaking out
no,
already.
don't be
I
silly.
don't see
You and
none
I are
leaking.
Together today. I guess we should go. Yeah.
Herrera and Bishop are on a stakeout, like a stakeout.
Standard procedure.
Check it.
Funny bus with somebody.
See how it is.
Pretty routine, happens like once a month.
This table's level, so I know the engine on here, it's perfectly fine. I can check the oil.
Also happens. A swarm of good guys run in,
So,
there's some bad guys, and then somebody
yeah.
busts through a giant glass window on a rope.
You know, I'm sure it goes down just like that.
Guys, come on, let's get
It's
going.
good.
So now we'll bring up the fact that he went to JJ's house.
So this one only took about 4.4 quarts. I don't even think it
Good time for
probably didn't even take that, but
every tool, every hose.
Just put a little bit in, check it, make sure it's on the
That's a very good question, Travis.
line.
Gibson is rethinking his approach to doing whatever he wants.
Here, let me show you guys. So on these dipstick thingies here,
And for me today,
dipstick plug, anyways. So you're gonna have a high and a low mark. Low mark's here in that little area. Anywhere between this thing and these little dots is fine. Mine's right at the top. Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this back in, and I think my seal worked last night. I don't have any oil on the table yet. I don't think there will be. I'm just hoping that it was done correctly, which I think it's good. I've used gasket material like that all the time, the silicone stuff. It works good. It's always held up for me. I think I've maybe had in the whole time I've done this. So when I first started working on cars, I was probably like 13, I think, somewhere around there. I had what was leaking? I couldn't get it to stop. The water pump, I couldn't get it to seal because it was pitted, so, and I wasn't using enough gasket material. I called my dad and asked him, hey, I can't get this thing to seal, man. I don't know what the heck's going on. He's like, how much you putting in there? I was like, oh, just a little bit. I put on my finger and spread it around. He's like, dude, you gob it on there. Put a big bead around that whole thing. Let it sit for a little bit and then put it on. I did that, waited 15, 20 minutes and then put it on. It was fine. So yeah, just as you're working on stuff, especially if it has something to do with oil or anything like that, anything that has to hold fluid, take your time. Don't rush putting it on with the gasket material. Let it tack up a little bit. Because I wasn't running this right away and I knew it was going to be sitting overnight, that's why I put it on. That's why I did it the way I did. If it's something that you are building and putting together and keep going up, and there's more stuff that you're going to have to take back off to get to it, wait the full 15 minutes. When you touch that, it should not come off on your finger. It should be tacky, so you're going to push in, it'll move, but it's not going to stick. When it does that, it's perfect time to push it on, tighten everything down, and torque it. And then it'll hold, it'll be fine. Yeah, so that's how you fix a oil leak on one of these small engines. It ended up being the gasket, the seal on the back side of here, and the oil dipstick O-ring. Everything seems fine now. Everything looks good. I cleaned it up a little bit, as you guys saw. I'll do a little bit more cleaning up too, but yeah. If you guys have any questions about anything that I did, like I said, if you want to know how I did the valve covers, let me know in the comments, and I'll make a video of it and show you. If you wanted to see how to actually clean the case, because this thing's got some oxidization on it. I don't know how to say that. Let me know, and I'll make a video on how to clean it up. It's not going to be perfect because this casing, it gets some stuff on it. I mean, you can wipe it and it'll come clean eventually, but let's see if I can get some of it to come off for you guys real quick. But it's not going to be perfect, but it'll definitely look better than the way it is. See, I just wiped this little spot right there, and it's not. You got to sand on it and then do a bunch of different stuff to make it work. But yeah, anyways, that's it, guys. The engine's back together. As far as where I had it before, I just wanted to seal it back up because I didn't want nothing getting in there. Please like and subscribe. If you guys have any other ideas on what kind of videos you would like me to do, let me know. I've been slowly just working in, stuff that I do at work because of the company I work for. I'm actually, what I do for a living is I guess you could say I'm a plumber, but my
What do you mean I don't know the whole story?
my thing written down on my resume stuff is it's a field, what is it? A field technician for filtration. So my main thing is I go out, test your water, and then I go from there and let you know what you need, and then I'll come out, put it all in, replumb everything, and get your water where you can, it'll come, first comes into the house. Before it was nasty, you didn't want to touch it, to where you can drink out of the faucet. That's what I do now. I still work on cars. I just do it on my own time for friends and family. And I'm going to start putting it on YouTube and stuff like that. But I have something else coming up here soon too, which I think you guys will like. It's been a while since I've had an older vehicle. I've always had anything, stuff newer. So the oldest car I've had in the last 8 years was a 96, 96 Honda Civic, or a Honda Accord. That was the oldest one I've had. Before that, I had 70s and 80s Chevy pickups. I just picked a truck up. It is a 1988 Ford Bronco with a 302. I still need to go pick it up, but I'm going to do a lot of work to that. There's not a lot of rust, but there's enough rust there. I'm going to do some videos on how to repair rust and how to work on the engine, work on the carburetor, stuff like that. So stay tuned for that, guys. So yeah, you guys have a good day, or good night now. It's getting late. By the time you guys see it, it'll probably be Friday. It'll be tomorrow. Yeah, Friday. All right. Have a good one, guys.